Well, this is Ivan Teller. This is a channeling session for Friday night. I'm going to channel Saint Michael, and we're going to try. It sounds strange. Hillary Clinton's higher self. We'll see how that goes. I'm not sure how that's going to happen, but I have a feeling about it. I mean, just like the Men in Black and all that, might as well let's give that a shot. She comes up in a lot of stuff, so why not? um, oh yeah, I told a couple people about this. Last year, was it yesterday around this time, around 5, 6 o'clock, I felt like Cash's energy, and then I felt like you have the ring in your ears. I have that from the Greys. I had that, and I felt like not many of you are familiar with the Nordics. I felt them around me. I felt more of an alien presence around me yesterday. And then the soul side to side, and then last night when I was sleeping, I felt it occur a little bit. I'm not sure how far that went, so if anyone wants to add to any of that, feel free. Or if anybody wants to put anything out there. So that was kind of interesting. So
That's really in alignment with what I've been feeling and actually having as synchronous like things coming up. You know.
yeah, yeah, I felt like there's going to be a more presence here now. I guess you're open to it, obviously. Like a better connection, site to site. At least my feeling is, I think that it's going to go through as far as it's going to continue is the feeling I have. So there might be certain terms, but other than that, it feels like it's going to go. So I don't know the details on it. So anyway, okay. Yeah, if anybody wants to say a prayer before we begin.
I can do it.
Okay, sure.
Okay, it's also in Arabic. بسم الله الرحمن الرحيم. بسم الله الذي لا يضر باسمه شيء في الأرض ولا في السماء. Much blessings to all.
Thank you. Okay. All right, we try to St. Michael. I felt this energy. We were talking about it the other day, so I felt this energy as we were talking about it. So it shouldn't be a problem connecting to him. So, all right. See you guys later. Blessings. All of you must. I imagine most of you are familiar with me. I am Archangel Michael. I live within all of you, helping you connect to each other, to fight out the darkness and cleanse your souls to my best ability. Some of you fight me off, but I persist many times. But any of you that call me, I always come. Greetings, all of you.
Greetings and welcome.
Greetings.
Glad to see you. Glad to be in your presence.
Yes, your world is going through much changes right now, and it's not easy for everyone, obviously.
Welcome. I'm Gabriel. It's exciting to speak and connect in this way.
You can feel my energy. I feel your energy. I feel your love and welcome. Thank you.
I've been calling you lately. This is Noha.
Yes.
And thanks for being supporting me and protecting me from the evil spirits that been bothering me lately.
Yes.
So, if we ask for positive entities to connect and help, will you come as well then? If you opening up? Or do you need to focus on you?
Yes, just focus on me.
Or say the angels.
Yes.
Then you can come. Or
Just if you want my presence, just call me. It doesn't take much. I am always there. You might ignore me, some do, thinking I'm not there, but I am always there. Everywhere, around the world, always in spirit, always with you.
Can you help in opening of my third eye, or is it partially opened?
That is not for me to...
There are other angels that could help with this process.
Yes, exactly. That's not exactly my... That's not business that you...
Zadkiel. Or the Amethyst Archangel.
Yes, if any of you have questions or any concerns, please.
Yeah, my friend wanted me to ask you if you like leave feathers or coins around to let people know that you're like making like that you're in their presence or something, because she found a blue feather on her coat. She thought it was like you trying to send her a message.
Sometimes I do that if it is needed. With her, I feel it was another angel that actually was part of that. That was not me.
Okay, thanks.
It's one of her angels.
I feel an energy of Archangel Raziel.
Yes.
Our Archangel Raziel is the one with the diamond blue wings, correct?
Yes, and sometimes gold, but yes.
And then I wanted to ask, what are some of the qualities to your diamond sword? I had received a download that I had integrated your diamond sword into my being.
That is not always news to everyone. That is sometimes sacred in many ways. That is for negative energy to help you protect yourself, to help you fight negative energies around you. It gives you more strength, gives you better connection when you need it. Not to say that others have a bad connection, but it's for you to use the power at will. That helps, so you can use that power with others and help them with their energies.
I'm wondering about something because they said that I forget it was you and Archangel Gabriel that helped Prophet Muhammad write the Quran. Am I right?
Yes.
Okay, did you channel through him for him, and then he got scribes to write it out? Is that how it happened?
Yes, but much of it was changed, but yes.
Okay, sweet. So that's how it was. It was actually done through a channeling then.
Yes, through me and others. Yes.
Sweet. Thank
Through
you.
you and Gabriel, that's what I know.
Yes. Correct.
Yes, Gabriel is quite famous in that
Correct.
sense.
Correct.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I'm reciting the Quran. I feel energy about me, and it's cool and it's exciting energy about me.
Yes.
That's a combination of angels.
Say your question again. I don't understand that.
I'm saying when I'm reciting the Quran, I'm reading the Quran, I feel energy, and it's cool and it's exciting.
Yes.
So it's the combination of so many angels.
Yes. And your energies, your excitement, your power, your yes, you would almost say it's a fourth density type of vibration. Also.
There is an entity that's residing on my arm every time when I'm gonna hang out or I'm reading Quran or something. It's giving me cool breeze all the time. So that's an angel.
Yes.
Who is it? Can you tell me?
As far as I know, it's Gabriel.
Great. That's what I thought.
Yeah.
Double checking. Merci beaucoup. I love you so much.
I love you too.
Oh, I'm wondering, when I read Quran, I like open the book and then I'll read and then it'll be something like specifically for me. I'm just wondering, how does that happen? Is that an angel like guiding my hand, or is it my higher self, or like?
That is a little bit of both. It's your higher self and an angel, but your higher self is directing you to certain messages to you. Yes.
Sweet, thank you.
How can we, the Arabic world, the Islamic world, and the other different religions come together? Like we understand the other religions, the others are offending us through the cruelty that's being done in the Arab world. So how can we help in resolving these matters?
Prayer always helps. Send positive energies. Do not send fear, because that just gives them power.
It is mentioned in the Quran that we accept the other worlds, the other religions. We don't offend them, but the corrupted people are offending it, not us.
Yes.
So we are doing this, and on daily basis, I'm sending the globe all this positive energy.
Yes, send them love, energy. Do not fall for their what you call games, their negative games, their intentions. Stay where you are. Don't let them change you. Stay in a positive. Do not let them bring fear to in the media. Brings fear to you. All these different fear factors are just there to bring you down. Do not let any of those work on you. And others might see this depending on where they are, and they will follow that path also. So
how do you see us with our ascension? Are we already on the fourth dimension, as Dolores Cannon has said,
yes.
that the Earth has shifted to the fourth dimension?
Yeah, it's in the early. It's still in third, but it's shifting it's in the lower ends of fourth. It's almost to say that you're in third and here's fourth. You're sort of in between them both right now. So that's why you can't. Once the negative energies lifts, sort of becomes lighter and lighter, then you will extend into fourth even faster. The negative energies, not for you, but for many individuals, hold them back. So.
And I was wondering, in between the levels of dimensions, there's sub-levels 7, I believe. Is that true? There's 7 different sub-levels of lower dimension, higher. There's 7 different sectors. I was wondering if that was accurate.
Something like that. Yes, there's another word for it. Yes, something around those lines. Yes. Different timelines you can call them.
I have a question about when I heard about the angel Gabriel, I just felt a connection of the reason why I came here is something to do with the angel Gabriel, some connection. Can you tell me anything about that? when I came here on
The
Earth.
Archangel Gabriel, if you have a connection with him.
Yeah, I feel like some of the reason I came to Earth and my name was taken to Gabriel is of him to some degree. Why I choose to come here, in a sense.
Yes. Yeah, that one. Yes, it's kind of like you're, in many ways, like you call a blood brother to him. It's because he speaks to you and you could speak to others. That's the way I see it. And that way you become closer to him because you're speaking love from him. You know, you're sort of communicating the same way. So you're touching others through his message, or you're both your messages. So there's much more to that, though. But maybe at a different time.
Yeah, I feel this thing's going to connect more later when he's allowed to connect more. And I feel like it's a co-creation agreement of coming here to Earth to connect to him in a sense.
Yes. Yes, you're like his. What are the words for that? But you sort of, like you say, speak his language to
His
others.
representative.
Say that again.
His representative.
Yes, exactly, yes.
Spokesman.
Yes. More than that, though. But that's for another time. Yes.
I'd like to channel you soon. Can you see it coming through?
Yes, but only when you are ready.
Okay.
Feel that you're getting close to there, but not yet. Everybody has a timer for channeling. And sometimes you wish you can do it. Doesn't mean you can't. It's just it's not time for you to do it yet. That goes for others. So everything is, such as your max, was timing. Everything takes time, that's all. But keep at it. But I feel it's coming for you, though, definitely.
Yes, Archangel Michael.
Yes.
This is Tumatu. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well, thank you.
It's an honor to speak with you.
Honor to speak to you.
I have a question for you. When you first got here, you said some people resist. How can we help make that a little easier?
Oh, that is, but they don't realize they are resisting. They are in a negative shell, so they call for help, but then they sort of want to feel miserable and not worry about getting fixed. You know what I mean? It's all personal preference where it's part of their growth.
I see.
Understand that we cannot force anyone to do anything. If they wish help, such as when they're praying to God, ask for help, and then they sort of go back into their tomb, as you may see, they sort of have their ear open and didn't hear anything for that second, and they shut off and they move on. And then they say that God does not listen, and that's not true. Will not answer your prayers, that's not true. But many are busy in their own minds, and they have their own, it's all personal growth, individual growth. Everyone is different. Some, when I come, are welcome. Some are not too sure. So it's how to help that is, it all depends on them. They have to be open and trusting and patient. Patience is a tough one to learn. So.
Can I give an example of last night? I was in bed and my arms started getting muscle spasms and I couldn't fall asleep. And I asked for help from anyone, maybe family, maybe you. And then the pain got worse and worse and worse. And then it's hard to focus when that pain is so strong? What would you recommend for that?
Well, I will send you energies. This is part of, how do I say this? Part of your ascension process or part of your growth process. It's, one moment. I have to figure out what the right words for this is.
I realize most light workers are suffering from sort of kind of ailments, you know? Like I have shoulder pain myself also. I'm surprised at this. Everybody's suffering from something.
Yes, because that's the energies on your world. They see where you are, and they're, I would say, the dark ones. See where you are, and they sort of attack you in certain ways. As for that issue that you have with your leg, I would, one moment, connect with that.
Yes, it is my arms, by the way.
Yes, that many cannot interrupt in that section. I would have that looked at if that works with you. Or
I have a question, Archangel Michael.
yes.
In the case of the idea of a human being going through the idea of physical withdrawals from chemical substances, I've had some experience with that in my life where I feel I need some extra assistance, and I'm kind of needing some help with finding the assistance for the tough nights where I'm not able to sleep or where I haven't slept for a couple days, and just the physical aches and pains. Like it gets very overwhelming and overbearing to where it's very difficult to meditate. It's a difficult process. Are there any?
I will send you energies for that. I will send all of you energies, but of course we are always listening with that. One moment. With your situation, I feel there's many, what you call species around you that are also bringing much chatter as you try to sleep. I'm not sure if you're aware of that or not. There's much discussions in your area. I feel their presence.
Yeah.
So that's part of your sleeping element also is that. And many of you here also, sometimes when they're around, their energy might make it feel as if your aches are really the parts that are keeping you awake, but actually it's other entities that are in the room, their energies that are sort of sparking your pain. So part of that is that. We'll send energies to all of you for that. Of course, your prayers are always heard. And at this moment, I don't have the answers for exactly the pains, because that is an individual spirit. Your guide is in charge of all of that. I can't always bring an explanation to all of that. It's sort of private or personal, or however you want to say that.
I feel as if I'm closer each moment, each morning I wake up to a moment where I wake up and like I wake up in the reality where I am completely in resonance and with the idea that I've been, I took my last dose, like 10 years ago, essentially. And I wake up in a reality where, essentially all the time that I put into going through withdrawal, the idea of withdrawal, that's my payment, so to speak, for being blessed with this reality. So it's learning to transmute all that. I'm learning to transmute all that for that moment, so I'm able to wake up in the morning in that new reality where I don't, where when I stop taking it, when I stop taking the medication, that it completely is erased from my body and spirit without going through the idea of withdrawals. In fact, it'll be the most enjoyable, pleasant, amazing experience that will, one of the most amazing experiences that will occur in my incarnation.
Yes, I feel that over time, I can't say, I would feel very soon that you will, more positive energies will be around you, and then you will feel more cleansed, as you say, away from the past. Much positive energies are around you right now, and more will come, and that will help you in your, when you wake up, you'll feel more and more energized, and the past will be forgotten. As for the withdrawal, that will become thinner and thinner over time. I feel it's already doing that, as you said.
Thank you very much.
Yes. Thank you.
Archangel Michael,
Yes.
my name is Harris. It's a great honor to connect with you this way.
Yes.
My question is, I want to have information about my friend, or is there any information from him? What I knew before is he was making a choice whether he would cross to the other side finally, or he's coming back. So I just want to know if there's any information there.
What is your friend's name?
Michael Anesu.
You wonder if he crossed over to the other side yet?
Yeah, I want to know if he has made his choice. Yes, if he crossed over or if he's coming back.
I believe he's crossed over. This is going to take a second. He is in sort of the beginning stages of crossing over. He's still resistant. I'm having trouble connecting to him. I believe he's still here, but still on the other. He's like half and half right now.
Okay, so it's still like the same stage. He's making a choice, I believe.
Yeah, this is, yes, he's not on the other side. He's kind of on the other, he's not on the other side. He's struggling with himself right now. Many have tried to help him cross over, but yes, he's not over yet. He's still stuck on this lifetime. That's energy that I feel there. Many have tried to help him cross over. He's just not. He's very resistant. That's unfortunate. But yeah, part of him has crossed over at times, but then no, he's very resistant. Yeah, it's very troubling soul. A lot of pain.
He has his wife. They were very connected, so that's one more thing. The wife wants him back, so that might be another. And his family, his two kids. So
yes, he will not cross because of that.
Yes.
Yes, there's a lot of turmoil. Yes, he's going through much. Yes, it felt like as if he was crossing over, and yet then he wasn't. So he knows about it, but he will not do it. He refuses. And I don't see him changing his mind anytime soon. Yes, he's going through a lot of turmoil right now. Yes, it's his family, but it's also turmoil within himself. He's he's a lot of guilt within himself. That's what it feels. He's reluctant to go to the other side, for the moment at least. Send him much energies to help him. But yes, there's many angels trying to help him right now, but he refuses. Send him your prayers. I will send him your prayers, send him energies. He will eventually, he needs to come over what is troubling him. He needs to find peace.
Yes.
I believe he will find it, but you need to talk to him. And he will listen. He will hear you. He might not agree, but you can talk to him. So I would do that.
Okay.
Archangel Michael, I have another general question for everybody.
Yes.
How can we tap on creating our reality energy? How can we feel fulfilled in that nature?
How you tap into your... I might not be understanding your question.
How can we create our reality? I'm having an idea.
Reality? Oh, I'm sorry.
Yes.
I understand you. How do you create a reality? Oh, yes. You put yourself in that reality. You say, it's very simple. You tell yourself, I am not... It gets complicated. One moment. This is simple, but I have to find the right words to say it. Just like many others on your world have said the same things. You tell yourself, find the right words, excuse me, that you will not go through these negative energies. You will live in a positive reality. You will be positive. You will not have these negative energies such as the news, such as what's going on in the Middle East. You will not have those interfere with your life. You just say that. You say these things to yourself. I will go in a positive reality. I will live in a positive reality. I will not let this Illuminati or anybody, dampen my spirit. I will raise my energies. You just tell yourself this. You put your mind into it. That's all there is to it. You put your mind. You create your reality by putting your mind into that. You say, I will not be negative. I will not let negative people bring me down. I will not be around negative people. I will bring positive energies to others. I will not let the world's conflicts bother me in my ascension. I will not let that happen. Hopefully I'm using the right words, but hopefully they understand where I'm going at.
You're doing great.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Put yourself in that reality. It's all in your mind. If you want to be in pain, you will be in pain. If you do not,
No.
you will not be in pain anymore. Of course, in some, when it's the body, that one's a little bit, depending on what it is, wherever your pain is, that one's a little bit complicated. But you can't. Yes, that one's a little bit harder because it's in your part of your body.
You brought it up. Actually, we feel the sufferness. Like a minute ago, we spoke about this acheness that we have on our shoulders. Now we brought up the other subject about our chakras. Some areas like our solar plexus and this sacral chakras are suffering, and because I'm a light worker myself, I know I'm sending energy to those areas, but yet it's blocked. And now how I know it's blocked, I know it's getting fatter and fatter. What is this? I'm very healthy and health conscious. What's happening to me, And I know about this reality thing, the positivity, the high spirit, and all that stuff. And yet, the vice versa is working on the other side, This is the problem. See what I mean?
Yes, I see what you mean.
So please, can you help in this case in helping releasing this? And I'm meditating on a daily basis regarding hypnosis, regarding cleansing energies. And still the valid issue is there,
Yes, and you said there was a blockage in your chakras?
And my solar plexus and the sacral chakra, the second and the third. At the second, is it? second and third, I suppose. No, third, fourth is the heart. Second and third, right.
Okay, yes, yes. One moment, I'll send you energies.
Love you and well appreciated.
One moment. You must understand there's areas where I can help, and there's areas where I can assist, but I can't always cure because it's part of your growth process. So there's some things you have to sort of figure out on your own, as you said. I can give assistance, but you must, as some of us say, connect, talk to your doctor. I would say I would talk to your spirit guide and see why this is happening to you, if you have already done that or not.
I'll do. Thank you.
Yes, have a conversation. There's I can't have all the answers. I only have so much.
I see. Thank you. Thank you.
Hello, Archangel Michael.
Yes.
I have a kind of a out of a blue question that involves my dad. He's still in the process of releasing his belief systems and stuff. And but he just had a question. He had a really hard life growing up. He lost his parents at an early age, and he was just wondering, kind of like why his dad's name. I don't know if you can tap into this energy, but his dad's name is Alvin Neeland Jutz. Alvin Neeland Jutz, and he died. And he was just wondering why he died at such an early age of his life. Just wonder if you had any information about his parents, my dad's dad.
Why he died of that? It was part of his what do you call life chart. He was meant to die at that age. That was a help year. That was your father. That was already charted between the two of them. He was supposed to die at a young age, and your father was supposed to live with that, to grow with that, to learn from that, to learn independence. There was much more to that. Learn independence. Part of it was maturity also. So yes, it was very difficult, but that was meant to be. That was
all right.
Yes, and that was part of his test, your father's test.
Okay, and by any chance, do you know where he died? The location of the area
of his father?
Yes.
Not sure if I can connect to this through this channel. Let's see what I can do. Not at this moment. I'm not connecting with that. Sorry about that.
That's okay. Thank you.
Feel resistant energy. Yeah, it's probably best I don't go into that. Yes, is there anybody else?
Yeah, I'm wondering, because I heard 444 is the archangel number or whatever, and I'm just wondering, is there any truth to that? Because I see that number all the time, and like I relate it to you, so I'm wondering, is 444 actually like a number that's related to you, or?
One moment. That is a number that's 444 is to show that you are on track. As one of the main meanings. It has many meanings actually, but that's one of them.
Okay, thank you.
that over and over again.
Sweet. My friend sees this red bird. She wants me to ask you. She sees this red bird. It comes to her backyard, like comes to her at like certain times, and she thinks it's like an angel or something. I don't know. She thinks it's something spiritual. I'm wondering if is there a connection to like us, like the same bird coming to visit you over and over?
Yes, that's. What kind of bird is it? Is it
It's a cardinal, I think. It's red.
Oh yes, red. Yes, that is a soul connection there. That. One moment, I have to connect to that. That is actually it's a spirit from the other side that's sending her a signal. It's someone from the other side is using that bird as a signal.
Could you tell me? Could you tell me who it is or what the signal is about, or please?
That she is being watched is a female, right? Yeah, she's being watched, she's being loved. It's sort of kind of tell you that there's a how do I say this, spirit world that is all loving, and she can connect to it. And the person that's doing that one moment. I feel it's a child, actually.
Is it one of her hybrid children?
It's a child from, well, it's from the other side.
Oh, okay.
It's a child she had. Yes, it's a child on the other. It's on the no. It's not a hybrid. It's on the other side.
All right. Thank you.
Sort of remembrance. Hopefully that.
Sweet. Yeah, I just wanted to say thank you so much for coming. This is a huge honor. I didn't even think this would ever happen in my lifetime. So thank you.
Archangel Michael, another question popped in my head. Regarding the tarot cards, how accurate are they? Because Doreen Virtue was saying she got the instinct to create those cards from angels. So how accurate are they?
It depends on the reader. Is the reader accurate or not? That is the question. The reader sometimes is hesitant to speak of what they're reading. So that is where the accuracy sort of gets. It depends on the reader's connection with the cards. That is where the information is not always correct. So accurate, yes. It all depends on who's dealing the cards. That's all.
I have a question, Archangel Michael. This is JC.
Yes.
I feel as if Archangel Zadkiel has been connecting lately, as well as Raziel. I'm pretty sure I'm getting Raziel's messages, but I'm having a little haziness with Zadkiel. Could you assist me?
I am having a. Yes, he wants to keep his. Yes, he wants to keep his connection very faint. From what I'm gathering, he's not sure if you're ready for him or not. So he's kind of laying low in many ways.
Well, I have had connection with all of the archangels of the all of the choir of archangels. So I'm ready for contact, connection, especially the closest to the physical nature as possible. I had an experience where I was doing Reiki on my twin flame's heart, and I felt your presence, and I also felt Uriel's presence, Gabriel's presence. I'm not sure who else. So I'm ready for Zadkiel's. It has something to do with not magic, but something similar to like white magic, doesn't it?
Yeah, he's holding back. This is his situation, not yours. He's holding back for some strange. It's a personal thing for him. Let's see. What he's saying to me is he feels that you're not ready yet for what he has to offer.
Is there anything that I can do to get myself to the perfect timing of readiness?
One moment.
Or is it more of just not the right timing, so to speak?
Yeah, I believe it's more of a timing situation. I mean, you are ready, but yes, correct. The timing is not ready yet. Time for what is to come. Is this something that will come at a later date? But there's not much to go into that too much.
Okay.
So.
Well, that's it's very validating and confirming that that it is Zadkiel's energy. I've been feeling the presence lately.
He will, time to time, he will. He's kind of a quiet, so.
Archangel Michael, is there such an angel called Cupid for love?
One moment, yes.
He's available. He exists. I didn't know that. I thought it was only a fairy tale story, you know?
Yeah, well, yes, on your world he exists, yes.
They're a lower order of angels, correct?
Yes, but he does exist, yes. He was created through...
They are they a cherubim or a seraphim?
I'm not sure which one it is. 1 second.
Cherubim?
Seraphim, it feels like. Not sure. I'm not completely sure there.
I heard seraphim has to do with the inner earth. Is that correct?
It does exist, though, yes.
Inner earth?
Yes, only on Earth's plane. Yes, in another dimension. Yes, he does exist, yes. All those fantasy, yes, unicorns, all those things.
Universe also. The unicorns also. Great, because I was doubting about them, you know? Is it real, not real? Thank God you brought it up.
Yes, it's on a different Earth realm, but yes, they do exist. All these fables, most of them do exist.
You actually have a connection with the unicorns, don't you, Michael?
Yes.
That's interesting because the channeler Daniel Scranton happens to be here in Hawaii on the same island I am, and he channels Archangel Michael as well as the Unicorn Collective. And on my birthday, a member of Hukalo recently sent me a crystal wand, a metal crystal wand, which the top of it has a unicorn on it.
Yes.
Both you clever little entities, you.
So what's the purpose of the unicorns, Archangel Michael?
Yes.
What are their purposes?
Bring positive energies to your world. They were created in your ancient realms, ancient times. So they bring, there's many more other beings just like that exist, but they're in another dimension. They bring energies and light to your world. They're part of Mother Nature in many ways. To help with the earth, help with the energy. If with your human race, most of you are disconnected from nature, but if you're connected to nature, you would actually see them or become connected.
Beautiful. Beautiful.
Archangel Michael, this is Timatu again.
Yes.
I did want to ask you because I haven't had a chance to find out any information on the Order of Melchizedek, Prince of Peace.
Yes. What would you like?
And I was visited by them a few years back. I was wondering if you could just enlighten me with some information on that.
Yes, they're there to. Do you feel close to them?
I really do.
Yes, they're like a family to you. They know your situation on Earth. They are there to lighten your spirit up, to help you keep going. There are times where you feel like, well, where it doesn't. Sometimes you don't feel like to keep going, and they're sort of there to keep energies around you, to lift you up. Yes, they were. Yeah, I wouldn't say they're assigned to you, but they were. It was sort of a mutual situation with that to help you through this world, because this world's going through a difficult time right now. So you need all the help you can get. Everyone does, for that matter.
Right. And same with unicorns as well, because I've definitely felt that.
Oh yes. Yes, there might be one at your door. You never know, or at your window.
I wouldn't doubt that at all.
Yes, in another dimension, of course.
That just went right over your head to Matu and right through you, brother. Hint, hint.
Is there anything else? I probably should get going.
Can I ask one more question? It's I have another friend. She actually crossed over 2 days ago. I know he's doing pretty. I can feel he's pretty good, doing well. I just want to know if there's any message for his brother, if he, if he wants to give any message for his brother that is still, still here. His brother Shegun. I'll give you his name is Femi Daly. 2 days ago, of course.
Yes, he's on the other side. This one I know for sure.
Yeah.
Yes, he's very positive. Yes, and you want a message for his brother, correct? Make sure I'm hearing.
Yeah.
Yes. To stay positive, even if life doesn't seem to be fair. To don't let what other people say bring you down, because I feel that that's something that happens to him often.
A lot.
So to keep going and ignore, I mean, you can listen to what they say, but not let that hold you down. Keep going and stay with your family, love your family, because that is most important. But yes, there are many energies out there, or people, whatever you want to call them, that try to bring them down, because they have a lot of anguish and they want to have people agree with them, so they keep dishing this out. And so anyway, so do not listen to that and just keep going. You can listen, but don't let it affect them so much.
Perfect.
Hopefully that helps.
That should. Thank you so much. Thank you very much.
One more question, please.
Yes.
How tall are you? 20 feet tall or more than that?
20. Yes, I can be much more than that. I can
Oh.
50 feet tall if I want to. Yes.
I heard so many measurements of you. That's why.
Yes, I can be 50 feet tall. That is usually the max. Maybe 100 feet tall, depending on what I am needed. So, what is needed.
You can also be just pure energy as well, light energy as well.
Boys, yes.
And permeate through.
And by the way, I got another question that popped to my mind. When you always incarnate as an angel, or you can reincarnate as a human person, whatever, anything, or you are just stable as an angel?
As angel and energies are not, as a human, no. Through channels, yes, but no. Usually I can, but no. Usually I don't. I usually stay in the spirit realm. You mean as a human, sort of show up as a human on your planet for a moment? You mean something like that?
Yeah, like an engine. I've heard you can come as an indigenous. Where did I want to come?
At times.
Indigenous person.
At times.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes,
but I don't show up. I don't show up as a human and go out for coffee or something like that. That's what you're asking.
You don't drink. I've seen an indigenous person that presented himself to me once, and I've came to know that he's an angel. It must be Archangel Michael. Is it you?
Yes.
Oh, it had a long beard and covered an all white beard, and his eye got connected with my eye and really
Yes, for only a moment.
struck me, you know? Yeah. You had a message?
No, just hello. That's all.
Will you pop up even much more?
Let me see.
Please. I like that.
Oh,
Beautiful.
yes, if it's yes, that is a possibility. Yes.
Beautiful. Thank you very much, and I love your presence. I felt fluffy, you know?
I must go. Many blessings to all of you.
Take care of yourself. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Much love.
Thank you.
Much love to all.
Infinite love and blessings.
We're all warriors on this planet. Don't forget that. Putting up with this world, you are doing so much for the universe. You have no idea. Even if your life feels meaningless, it is not. Controllers want you to feel that way. It is not meaningless. Even if it's a small life or a famous life, or nothing small. That was bad words. But you are all the same. On the same level. You are all special. Never think anything else of that. Of course, the controllers of your world wish you put a different story out there. But that is how they take you down. God bless all of you. Many prayers to all of you. Many energies. Whoa. Greetings.
Welcome.
What's up?
Hello.
Beautiful.
Greetings. Yeah, that was
That was beautiful. Wow.
Can't
It
tell
is.
you
It
how
was.
fun it was.
It was beautiful.
Got a laugh out of Archangel Michael.
That's what's up.
How's
Do you find it hard channeling, Evan? Because I find you sweating. I find you holding your forehead and squeezing your face. I don't know. Is it difficult for you, or is it easy?
For Michael, it was difficult for some reason.
Hmm.
Yeah, for
But
him.
for you in general, it's simple. It's
Depends
a
on
piece of cake.
Depends on who it is.
You see.
Remember Michael, I mean, it was coming through, but I'm surprised I couldn't open my eyes. It wasn't. If I did, no, it was connection.
Uh-huh.
It was
So have you always been able to do it with your eyes open, Ivan?
not always. Yeah, it all depends on who it is. I think it's some wearing, some Yanyel. I got my eyes open. So
Gaia, you opened your eyes. Gaia, which is huge. I just
Yeah.
listened to it before I came in.
yeah. It all depends on who it is. Yeah, spirit.
Did you-
Spirit's on the other side. But yeah, you think Michael? I wouldn't be able to, but.
Wow.
It was, I mean, I could open them, but it was better if I had my eyes closed because I can keep a better connection. And his arms open helped the connection also.
Okay.
Yeah, that's something that's something that I noticed with Archangel Michael. When I channel him, like I have to like be in like motion. Like usually when I'm communicating with him, I'm usually like moving my head in like a counterclockwise fashion, or I'm holding my arms up, like moving my arms in like some type of counterclockwise fashion. If I'm like sending a question to him, I'm usually doing something that's like going clockwise with the right side of my body and stuff. Interesting ways
Yeah.
connecting, or he communicates and connects.
Yeah, that was the first angel I've ever channeled. Yeah, my first channeled, I was going to channel an angel, but then I channeled my spirit guide instead, which was more comfortable at the moment. But yeah, but
Hmm.
I thought of it a little bit smoother, but anyway, it doesn't matter. But yeah, it was good.
That was awesome.
That was great. Yeah, it was. It was just, yeah, there's some, yeah, I could feel his energy. Some of the questions, his energy would just drop. But some of it would stay high. It's interesting. I'm not sure how that, anyway. But yeah, because, yeah, what it felt like is that some things you can't get involved with, some, because that's part of your chart, you know, some things you have to go through, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And you can't interfere with certain, you know, you probably heard that before or something like that. So
Yeah, just kind of like the process is the learning and the message and everything. They just kind of can just be like, hey, just call upon us and we'll be there to lend, energy and our love as support,
exactly, that's what, yeah. So okay, well, I had another one I was going to try out. I know we're going to kind of go in the opposite direction now.
Oh my God.
I'm going to try that Hillary Clinton one, see how that goes.
So, okay, well, maybe this might help. I'm feeling. So, what are what would be the intent? Like, what are some questions we would want to like connect to ask her? We don't have to say them right now, but just kind of like.
Well, I heard, I was looking at your website, Ivan, and I saw that friggin' some about she was like some princess in
Yeah,
Atlantis or something.
yeah, I
I'll
got.
talk
What?
about that, I guess. I don't know, something I forget, but it was something about Atlantis. So
Oh yeah, I'll give you a, yeah. Me and Hillary Clinton. I'm getting Hillary Clinton.
My God.
Yeah, I was before I even started channeling, I was like tapping into Egypt and all that, trying to and Mars, trying to figure. And all of a sudden, all this information came through, just zooped through about Hillary Clinton was in Atlantis. She was a princess, and she was kind of shady. This is during the times I was going down. All the men were kind of like they wouldn't listen to her. So it was like, oh, you don't know anything, you're a woman. So it's like, she got all mad about that. So good because she has anyway, kind of like a evil intent, Anyway, so now she's here now to prove herself that she can do, you know, so she can reign terror on all of us.
Wow.
It all depends on who you're talking. But yeah, it's like during Atlantis, she was very beautiful, and nobody would listen to her. It's like, oh, let's do this, let's do that. Oh, you're a woman, And so that was the feed I got. And another one, when I was channeling Anunnaki, I saw her.
My goodness.
So it's like afterwards, I was like, I got a feeling maybe she was like a queen of Anunnaki or something like that.
Uh-huh.
I mean,
That is why.
it makes. I mean, what do you think about it? It's like, I mean, we don't know a whole lot about the Anunnakis. I mean, we do know some, but not.
Uh-huh. That
So
makes sense.
that's what
That makes sense. Yes, it does.
I mean, it's just so funny how all this Hillary Clinton stuff's coming through. It's kind of bizarre. So anyway, so yeah, and same with the Men in Black. I was minding my own business, and I mentioned here, and Steven said, yeah, someone channeled the Men in Black. It's like, okay, so I'm not nuts after all. So recently, I felt Hillary Clinton's higher self. I was like, are you serious? So it's like, sure, why not?
Okay.
So
This is really interesting.
this might be something totally different. I mean, it's a higher self, so it's totally,
Yeah.
I don't know what to expect actually.
True.
Expect.
Bring on.
Something interesting because this soul is definitely searching for an interesting path.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah, I agree. So, yeah, I don't know how many people would channel other higher selves. I imagine some do.
No, this is a good idea. This is a really neat idea. I like it.
Okay, here we go. Yeah, much positive energy, definitely. Send your energies. So that's what I'm going to get into. Do not be afraid. I am the one you're expecting. I go by another name, but let's just leave it as... I want to call myself Gaia, but that's not who I am. But call me... Hillary's higher self. Let's just go with that. First, before anyone asks any questions, the reason I chose this conduit, the reason I've heard there was an audience here and wanted to sort of speak to all of you and to give you another angle of this situation, of your political system, of your society. That Hillary is, in many ways, a young soul. She's been on your world many times, but she is in somewhat confused and sort of, you can say, been bitten by power, and power has consumed her. And of course, that is me, but we're going to say it's her. And in that consumption, she has, you could say, lost herself. Because she did have good intentions when she came into this life, but much of that has been somewhat eroded. Power is what she wants, and that is probably pretty obvious to many of you. It is also a test. Do you elect someone like this that is in love with power, that feels like a god in many cases? Is this somebody you want running your country? Of course, that is your decision. I am not saying who you should vote for or what you should believe in. I am just saying, look at what power could do to one person. It turns them into another person. They come in with good intentions, but then they see that money is wonderful, but also power is more wonderful. And of course, you might see many controversies around her with emails, which is another sense of power. It's not about doing the right thing. It's more about power. So power is, and it's not just around her, obviously, but use her as an example. How power corrupts. Where you might do a few good things to look good, but that's only to give yourself a good impression. But power is all you care about. Why do you think these candidates keep running even when they keep failing? It's all about power. And this conversation, for me being here, is not just about her. It's about power in general. How the ego and people that vote for these individuals see through that ego. Not always. Of course, you're a Barack Obama. That is a different story. In my sense, he would have won no matter what. Both elections. So no matter what, he would have won if you saw him for what he is, which he is a good man, but in one time he was not. In the beginning, in his election, he was not a good person at all. But his power, Hillary's power struggle is much stronger. She is more power obsessed. He is not. He is more narcissistic. But you probably know that. That is more narcissistic. He is not a power hungry person. Why do you think Hillary would run again? It's all about power. I've mentioned that, but I want to say that again. And her chances of winning the election, it all depends on you. It is not in some ways it is pre-known. There's several timelines where she has won. There's several timelines where she has lost. So it all depends on you. What do you want? Look at these individuals, even in your Republican Party. Power. It's all about power, such as the Bushes, another good example. Why do you think Jeb's running? It's for power. It's not for the people. It might seem like that, and many see through that, but not all, because they do not want the Democrats to win. They just want the Republicans. Not to say it's going to benefit anybody. Of course, you have a power elite that laughs at your society on a daily basis because you fall for these things. And as for beating the elite, it is an individual thing. You must disconnect from their control powers, where they make their money, disconnect from where they make their money. That is how you steer away from their control. Of course, they control many corporations, money, the governments, but most of the corporations where they make their money. If you steer away from those things, they lose power. Of course, you must have many to do that for them to lose power. But yes, your elites, your Illuminati, they're always laughing about society in general. Hell, on a daily basis, actually. But for Hillary, that is a power-obsessed human being. That is a good person, yes. Within her is a good person, but the power is where she is corrupted, where she'll do anything for what to get to the status of president, just for status, to say, I've accomplished all of this. You, the little people, are lower than me. That's how she perceives it. And many of you see that, and many of you do not believe that. That does not matter.
No, it's obvious. It's obvious. We can see it, and it reflects on her face. And by the way, she's not loved by anybody. Nobody likes her, and yet she's running it. I suppose she's possessed by reptilians, right?
Actually, I would say she's obsessed. She's possessed by herself. You know, look. Take this angle instead of the alien angle. Take this angle. You know, in some way, she's worse than the reptilians.
That's my good. That's surprising for me.
As for, yeah, in many ways, she's actually worse in some ways. As for being possessed by a reptilian, yes, in some cases, yes, but she can steer. Yes, that is true. But her power, her ego would maybe not be as vicious. If they were not around, it would not be as vicious, but yes.
Let's talk about you being her higher self. Don't you feel sorry for her? Don't you want to pull her up from this trash she's in? You cannot do anything about that. She's not going to be awakened in this life.
That is her decision. That is that soul life's decision to go into that world, to do that.
And your role as a higher self, what is it in this case? You don't choose this person in this lifetime?
Yes, she will not speak to, let's just put this, her higher self. She will not speak to her higher self. Others can. And when you connect, you become more spiritual, more loving person. When you're a politician, that is very difficult to do. You most likely won't be a politician if you're connected to your higher self. It's very unlikely.
But Obama has that. He reflects that. He looks spiritual to me. He looks decent to me, peaceful, loving, and he goes a lot to Hawaii, you know?
Yes. But he did have his darker times.
In a different lifetime. Maybe.
Yes.
Okay, but now he's enlightened now.
Yes.
Didn't he abandon his family in Africa where he's not talking to his half-brother right now? And then whenever he ran, he was telling how he was so connected with...
Yes, that's part of the narcissist.
I see.
Loving himself.
I saw that the other day.
He's not perfect, but nobody is.
Well, higher self, Hillary. I was watching something, and I'm really curious to see, is Hillary making deals with other countries where they can have a bit of control of America? Or certain things like uranium?
Yes.
Can you give any more insight on that?
Doing things to make money, helping her campaign right now. Right now, she's focused on her campaign. She'll sell this country out. She will sell this country out to become president. She'll do everything she can. Yeah, as soon as she becomes president, she'll sell everybody, this whole country out. Easily. Anything to become powerful. The spiritual side of her is alive with her family, her grandchild, her Bill. Even the relations there have actually improved. But with her family, it's improved. But as for, there's like two sides of her. There's a very loving side, and it is true, it is there. But there is a very wicked side that is, unfortunately, that is her choice. And the reptilians that are around her, that she's attracting that. She can get rid of that, but she will not. She enjoys it. So she's not, I mean, if she possesses it, that is her choice. So this is her deal. Anything else? Yes, feel free to ask. I think I've said enough.
How does Bill cope with her? I don't understand that. I thought he had a chance to let her go. How does Bill cope with her? I thought he had a chance to let her go.
Yes. Part of that is with the power. Part of that is to keep. Yes, let me go into that a little bit. One moment. Let me. Let's see. For her career was more important than him, so she wanted to keep him around because he's like a good PR person. So there's many times that you probably already know this, that they don't sleep and they sleep in different rooms and all. They don't talk to each other. They went for a long period of not talking to each other. But she wanted to keep him around for her political ticket. So and there's a lot there I can't go into, but he still feels for her. But
you know something? Those kind of women get lucky with men. I don't understand it.
Yes,
it's too bad.
Yes, but but for her, it's mostly a political situation. I don't think he would. I don't think he wanted to leave her because of Chelsea. So I think that's why they stayed together.
Chelsea has moved on. Who cares now?
Yes, well, it's still a political ticket.
So you're saying she has a chance to go back into politics now? I thought she left it and she's getting sick and she hasn't got the guts now to go back into it.
She's working at it. She's going to try.
Oh goodness me! Yes, I understand the spirit. I understand it.
That is true.
Higher self, I have a question from someone that's not in the chat right now, but in actually watching live. Can we say power is the biggest illusion humans can be facing?
Yes. Power is a seduction. It's a high, just like drugs. Once you get into it, you don't want to let go of it. You want the attention, you want the fame. So
a question came to my mind. As we are growing in our ascension, what is her role? Isn't she going to be degraded down, waking it up, or she's too far away from it? She's going to be left in the 3D world.
That is up to her. That is all up to her. I cannot speak for that. Yes, that's because anyone can change.
Because the corrupted world will be left behind in the process of the ascension. So nothing's going to affect us.
At this point, yes. She will never change. Yes. She's like a spinning wheel. She'll keep doing the same thing. Yeah, she's too, what you call, complacent where she's at. She enjoys where she's at right now. So I don't see her.
She's obsessed with herself. She's obsessed with herself.
Yes, it's becoming more spiritual. To her, that is spirituality. Power and, yes, being obsessed with herself. Yes, exactly.
Hi, Hillary's higher self. My
Yeah.
name is Harris. It's a pleasure and honor to connect with you. This is very, very interesting to me, and I think to some of us as well. I was just wondering. So you're the higher self of Hillary. Um, I was just looking at the steps. Are you on the, let me say, the seventh density level with the oversoul, or is it just her immediate higher self that she goes astral with, when she dreams or?
The oversoul.
Oversoul.
Yes.
Ah, okay, perfect. That's just helping my understanding. That's really interesting.
Yeah, she's a root of me, obviously, but to make her own choices and all that. I cannot. She's like a free spirit. She can do as she wishes.
All right, I'm just trying to understand more. Let's say that life is, let's say the life finishes, so she comes back. Uh, she comes back as a spirit being, and then she's joining back the oversoul. Is- So that's joining all of you together. But she keeps that perspective of that free of being. Okay, okay, getting it.
Yes, it's still complicated to explain in some ways.
Yeah, but it's interesting. I love that. Thank you, thank you.
My question is for you, higher self of Hillary.
Yes.
What I was saying is, do you choose her to in this lifetime, or she chooses you when she incarnates in life? How is it? How is the process?
She is a root of me, actually. So we are the same person in many ways.
But you're different. You're soft and decent and polite. I don't see that in her.
Yes, well, how do I explain this? It's a root of myself. One moment. And that root can go in any direction they wish. So she just chose that route. Hopefully that answers your question. Does that answer your question? Does that
Makes sense. But who chooses when someone incarnates in this life?
chooses?
Who chooses the higher self? You choose? You as a higher self chooses her, or she chooses you when she's incarnating into Earth?
Oh, choose each other. Choose
Oh,
each
at the
other.
same time.
Yeah.
Okay.
Sorry about that.
Get you. Get you.
Yes, higher self of Hillary. I've got another question from another member. How can we be detoxicated from this power high?
Yes, that is easier said than done. Once you are been bitten by power, you have noticed in your society that many cannot handle it when they lose that power, either commit suicide or drugs or however. It's a soul choice to. Yes, it's very difficult, actually. I mean, for me, it depends on the soul because it's like a high, just like anything else. You get addicted to it.
What can we do to prepare for having power and to use that power truly, truly benevolently and for the higher purpose, for the betterment of the universe and the collectives of Gaia?
Oh yes, that's a good yes. To stay humble, to stay with the little things in life. Remember, the little things are important. Many of your CEOs do that. They stay humble. They drive an old car. They make millions of dollars. They drive an old car. They do, as you would call it, normal things. When they have millions, they can go buy this, like your Donald Trump, and make your whole room gold. It's the little things that keep you grounded. Just like in Indian nature, where they stay grounded with nature, they keep life simple. In many ways, when you're in a situation like that, your government can't do this also. Many do not, obviously. But many can. It is possible. Many of your politicians can do this, where they can stay with the little things. And, of course, connecting with nature is not normal, at least not common. in your society, not yet. But the little things, stay with your family, keep things simple. The more simpler your life, as you're doing big things such as presidency or CEO of a company, remember your roots, and many do that, and they stay sane. Of course, you have all this money, you can go a different route, but mostly it's the simple things to do that, and be humble within yourself. To keep that humbly, pray, and that does count for spirituality. Keep spirituality. You're still spirit, even if you don't feel spiritual. You're still, it's still spirituality. You're still rooted in spirituality. When you are remembering the basics, how you got here into this power position, and to keep the humbling, to keep a vision of what you're trying to do. Your intentions also. Are your intentions positive? Are your intentions to help people? Many in their tech sector are, and others also, but I just use in tech as an example. They just want to change the world for the better, but yet keep their soul. You know what I mean? So it is possible. So to change the world and to stay at this level, instead to become you're the world and everybody's down here. So hopefully that helped. Hopefully I'm finding the right words.
Yes, higher self, Hillary. I've got another question from another member. The book that I was speaking about earlier with people talking about Hillary making deals with people outside of the U.S., how did that book affect Hillary's campaign?
Oh, yes. That was the one that was published recently, right? Correct?
That's correct.
Yes, it put many in, not just her, many in her campaign in a depression, and even making them want to quit. Yes, there's much darkness around her right now, but I don't see her letting that stop her. Not at this point. I do not see her stopping at all, unless you've heard some recently.
Well, what do you think about Ron Paul?
He's a good man, but his intentions aren't always for the American people, unfortunately. His is not power, but let's see here. How do I explain this? He has good intentions, but he's sort of a narcissist himself, just like your Obama. So he's out for it. He is in for it for himself, not necessarily. He is for the people, but he is also for himself in many regards. So when you're running for office like that, it's better to be, of course, easier said than done. It's better to just be for the people and just not, I mean, be for yourself, obviously, to care about yourself and to love yourself, that type of thing, but to be more less self-centered as for when you're running for office, to be more for everyone. So his intentions is mostly personal, but not all of it, but a good portion, more than it should be, let's put it that way. There's another thing that he wants to make in the history books, and he wants to have those type of things. You know what I mean? So that's what he's rooting for.
Thank you.
Yes.
Got a question that popped up in my mind also.
Yes.
Will she ever see this YouTube ever in her life?
I'm not sure if I heard that. Say that again.
Will she ever see this webinar in her life?
Good chance for it. I imagine her staff will see it before her. There is a very good chance of that. As for, it's a very good chance for it because they're always into everything. Yes. Chance 50%. It's a good chance.
I'm happy. I'm really happy about that. I want her to see it.
Yes, they will.
That will awake her somehow.
Yes, that is very true.
Can you call out your name? You wanted to say your name in the beginning there.
Yes, the name I wanted to use, of course, that is Mother Earth's name, Gaia. That is the name that I would like to use. I am not your Mother Earth, but I do like that name.
Oh, okay.
But,
Hello there.
yes, hello. So you can call me
Um,
Gaia, call me whatever.
all right. If you would like to be called Gaia, I mean, that name has a very personal,
So you want to call me higher self, that is fine also.
higher self. That is Hillary.
Yes, it's quite humorous, but that was the intention.
Yes. One question.
Yes.
Those who are running at the moment,
Yes.
are there any that are running in order to benefit humanity? Are there is their platform?
To better answer that, you have to run some names for me. I can't connect all the names right at this point. Is there one that you want in particular?
Let's take Hillary, for example.
No.
No.
A very small percent. It's mostly about her.
You said no to Ron Paul as well.
Yes, that's more of like a 50-50. I mean, he's still for the people. He's a better choice than her, let's put it that way, in that regard.
I haven't really been following who's running lately because I feel at some point towards the end of the campaigns, after everybody has said everything, maybe it's just me, but I feel that many Americans will not like the choices.
That's correct. Because those choices are not really for anybody, not for them. They're not there to benefit the people. So that's the reason for it. They can sense it, they can feel it, they just know. They're getting the same thing they got before, that type of thing. So it's
yes, for the last 100 some odd years.
yes, exactly, yes. So yes, it has to be a giant culture change for that to happen, for things to really change, and that is unlikely because of the system right currently.
Right.
But that doesn't mean it cannot happen.
Right.
But many things must happen but many things must change, though.
Exactly. Thank you.
Thank you.
Hello, Hillary Clinton's higher self. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you.
This is Stephen. Thank you. I was just wondering, are you familiar with the National Economic Security and Reformation Act with Neil Keenan and the Dragon Society with Mr. Sugi? And they're dealing with the collateral accounts about returning the gold to the people and creating a financial system that is backed by gold instead of a debt-based system that we are in now.
Yes. I feel its energy, yes. And what would you like to know about that?
If you had more insight as to the Galactic Federation of Light, they keep talking about the prosperity funds being tested in the financial systems and a centralized treasury bank that's more transparent, starting humanitarian projects, utilizing and making accessible free energy devices and advanced technologies that'll start cleaning up this world. I'm just curious as to where our progress is on that.
Yes, much of that, I have to say this right now, much of that, I cannot speak on much of that because it is sort of, they want to keep a lid on much of it. I can see what let me see what I can talk about. That is in the works. Some of it has been done, some of it has happened as for making this a go, but much of that they're trying to keep a lid on. So it does exist. That's all I can say. If I say too much, yeah, it won't benefit anybody right now if I say anything, but it does exist and it's in the works.
All right, thank you for that.
There is more to it than what they're saying, obviously, for your protection. So there's much going on. Just as if they're giving like you a little bit of information, there's actually much more going on with that. But they can't go into that, obviously. So they're allowed to do this. Let me see here. They're allowed to give you a little bit of information. They're allowed to funnel you some, but they can't go into complete detail. But that's all I can say about that.
And do you know anything about the Saint Germain's funds and the secret sacred societies, the various collateral accounts and stuff? You have any about the Saint Germain's funds and the ancient gold that's in depositories? For the new financial system. I know you probably can't give much information about that, but there's these elite people. There's not like there's 7 billion people here. There's plenty of powerful light energies here on this earth that could easily transmute the negative energies. I would take it. I know it's all about the infringing on free will and stuff like that, but I don't know. It's time to wake up, man. I feel.
Yeah, there you answered that right there. Most of your society is still asleep. So that is one of the reasons why it has not happened. Understand? Does that make sense to you? It's individual growth. You can't force somebody to change. They have to change on their own. So more people sort of wake out of their, what you call sleep is a good word. Once they, of course, there's many that are, because they're hypnotized by your media. So as more of those wake up, the more of this, what you talked about, will occur. So hopefully that helps at all.
Yes, thank you. One more question.
Yes.
There's a lot of very powerful energies already on this earth that are making a difference in showing the unexpected, the unbelievable, impossible things. For instance, this guy named Yif, Y-I-F, he's sort of like a Japanese guy that, like real magicians. There's one dude named Yif, there's another guy named Choi, there's another guy named Dynamo, there's several, David Blaine, Chris Angel. There's these beings that are here on the earth already that can manipulate energy, can transform, can put their hands through glass. Can levitate, can walk on water. I've seen on some of them. I just wonder what's the truth? I believe it 100%. But as for people that see these things and score skeptic, what's the? Is this really going on? I believe it is. I'm just wondering what your opinion is.
Yes, I connect more with your David Blaine. Yes, he's like a master magician, so yes, that is very real. I feel he's keeping a low profile, though. But yes, many skepticism, obviously, for obvious reasons, to shut them down, basically. That's why. That's one of the reasons. If you were taught when you were young that there are those that can levitate from the ground and manipulate energies, they'll become the norm for you, and then you wouldn't be able to tap into that. They can't have you do that. Your world is in a control system. They have to keep you down at a lower level. So many of you will be capable of doing that, but hopefully that answers your question.
Is there any way you could tell like the future if any of us in this group would be able to do that type of magician stuff in the future?
I believe many of you can once you're at the right frequency.
Okay, sweet, thank you.
I'll allow help in achieving that.
I think all of you can do it, actually. It all depends on where you're at, but yes, that's a long story to get into that. Sometimes I understand this. You're on a life contract, so a lot of that's not really there at the moment. You understand, but that can be changed. So,
isn't that just a choice?
Yes, so that can change. So that's all. It all depends on you. If you want to explore that, I don't see why not.
Yes.
I don't see
We have a question on the side, and I was interested in it. Which person running would you vote for?
I need to know who's going. I'm not sure who's running.
You're just as bad as us.
Yes. Well, I can only download so much here. No. Or
It's just, I'm not that interested, but I saw the question. I thought it'd be interesting.
I'll give you this. I can't tell. Yeah, Jeb, I don't trust.
I definitely don't trust that one.
Yes.
I'm from Florida, so.
Chris, yeah, I'm not sure if he's running. He is not. He is not perfect, but he's. Oh yeah, that's right. I got a couple more. Ted Cruz. Ted Cruz is not the man he seems to be.
Ooh.
There's another side to him that is. He has a phony side. So, or what you're saying is. I don't trust him.
Wow.
Chris Christie he's not perfect.
No, he's not, but he's
honest.
He's honest. I can give him that one. He's honest.
He's not perfect, and they will shut him down
because he's an honest man.
There's a lot. Yes, there's a lot of good there. Yes.
Yes.
Many energies are out here, but understand. There's if he chooses to run, I'm not sure if he's made that choice yet or not.
I don't believe he did.
I don't think so. But if he did, they would come after him with everything they got.
Because he's an honest man.
Yes. Yes. If I put in my cards in any deck, that would be with him. Because he's not for one side, he's for all sides. He is for the people. So
yes.
He has his faults, obviously, but that would be the one I'd put my energies to.
Thank you.
Yes, I have energies from Glenn Beck. I will not trust him either.
Oh no, no.
That helps. He's a good person, but yes,
I do not resonate.
His message kind of confuses me. Yes. Is that a question?
I heard Ted Bush Jr. has a good go on this one.
Oh no, I hope not.
No, I know but they're running. It's in their blood,
I know it's in their blood, but he is not a good man.
I know that, but this is what politics is all about, not being good.
Well, once again, yeah, it all depends on it depends on the people, not what people want. So you can't control it.
Okay, let's talk about your higher self again. Higher self. What is the higher self's agenda? Like we asked you about Hillary Clinton. He said, I'm not sure about that area. I thought everything is visual and under your eyes. You can see it. You know what she's up to and all that stuff.
Yes.
So what's your agenda, daily agenda? What do you do?
Well, I experienced many experiences at once. Many souls. I am attached to several souls.
Tell us about one day agenda.
A one day agenda. I mean, my daily life. Is that what you want to know?
Yes.
Yeah. What do you do?
I know there's no time where you are.
How do you spend time?
Experiencing life on your world and other worlds. It's a consumption of energies all the time. It's information from different souls, different lifetimes. I have lifetimes where I am black, where I am white, where I'm Asian, where I'm on other worlds as a Palladian. There's several connections at once.
How do you compartmentalize, or is it just like all-in-one information?
Yes, it's all-in-one information, but it's all we call it categorized or something.
Categorized, okay.
It all makes it's not all a jungle mess. It all makes sense.
Like a marionette, you playing with the strings on at the parallel level at all past lives. It's all parallel all together. So you're busy. What about visiting our world and having a good time at the sacred places and all that stuff? Don't you have a break from all this?
Well, to me, this is my life. This is a joy. So
you have enjoyment in it.
Yes, So.
If you decided to not have many parallel lives one day and decided to go as yourself and live on a world, could you do that?
Yes.
Interesting.
Yes, it has been kept a mystery, but we're slowly giving. There's more to it than that, but we have certain information we're allowed to give out. So,
I've learned today that my higher self was an Indian in the past life. So what were you in the past life?
there was many things in past life.
The recent one.
One moment. Yes, it was a very negative lifetime. I was on your world. I was a young girl. Grew up in a broken home, so it was in England. So
you're Brit then. You're Brit.
Orphanage. So yes, it was not.
See.
Things I don't.
So is Hillary now attached to Britain somehow? Does she feel connected to Britain or something?
Yes, she's connected to everything, as far as she is concerned. Oh yes, and a mention of Anunnaki connection, that comes to mind. She's had many lives with Anunnaki as a queen. One time as a queen.
Does she know this?
No.
Yes.
No. Yes?
Yes and no. Okay.
How come yes? Because she's not awakened, you know?
It resonates with her. She knows it does. It's just she knows there's more going on, obviously.
Does she know specifically about the Anunnaki, that she was one?
I believe she has an idea about it. I don't think she knows exactly details of that.
Interesting.
It's really interesting because she's not awakened, you know? How does she know about it?
Sometimes you just know.
Oh, wow.
It's like, it's different for everybody, but...
Wait a moment. Is that a presumption that she's not awakened? Is she awakened?
Is she awakened?
Yes.
One moment. Yes, yeah, like I said, yes and no. She's awakened to it, but she still falls back from it. So she's
not choosing it. She's not choosing it.
Yes.
Makes sense.
But she's skeptical, you know what I mean? That type
right.
When you hear certain things such as Mars and life on Mars, or any of you might, when you hear a planet, you kind of resonate with it.
Mm-hmm.
When that's mentioned, resonates with it. So sometimes you go with it and you look into it a little bit more, and sometimes you don't. So.
Would this be what we would call a rude awakening for her if she were to see this video?
Oh yes, would just.
She'll hate us. Maybe she'll sue us. You know.
Oh my God, we don't have any money to sue. So there.
But one thing she could do is give us some money, and
yeah, she can
maybe
give us
we won't
some
talk
money.
about it as much. And hey, man.
Never give us money. Never give us money.
Well, unfortunately, I will accept any currency you have to offer.
You got to work with our belief systems first.
Exactly.
That's harder said than done.
Higher self, would you recommend posting this video?
Yes, of course. That's why I'm here.
Okay.
Get the information and send it out. Yes, of course.
She will see it then.
It's live anyways, you guys. You have a happy spirit, higher self, and I like you. I don't know why, even though I don't like the woman.
Oh gosh.
And we're not trying to make Hillary mad or anything. We're just
we love her.
We love her. We're just trying to find out, love and
No, I'll send her good
I'll
good
send her
energy.
some good
Anyhow,
vibes. Yes,
Yeah.
I'll send her
Yeah.
some good
Let's do
energy.
this is about the message or information. That's all this is.
Yes.
We're not. Yes, this isn't about attacking anybody or anything.
Yes.
Information about your world. That's all. There's not anything
I
else.
have a question.
Yes, go ahead.
I have a certain spirit around me at the moment. I was wondering maybe you can tell me about it. It's very close to me, maybe like 20 feet away. Can you tell me more about it? Male, female, spirit guide?
I feel as your spirit guide, male spirit guide. Does that resonate?
Thank you.
Yes.
Would his name be Yol, by any chance?
You can name whatever you wish. Yes. Whatever you wish. Whatever.
Well,
Yeah, they don't
thank you.
technically care. Sometimes they have names you can't even pronounce. So.
Well, he gave it to me. That's why I wasn't sure.
I have a question. Today I channeled a tree,
Yes.
a redwood.
Yes.
That was interesting.
Yes.
I was wondering because I've never done that. That was my first time, and
Wonderful.
yeah, but actually I don't know what the question is. It's just lots of questions.
Such as, is it possible? Obviously, yes.
Obviously, yes. Well, that wasn't the question because I know that's possible. Do they go by names? And I got the idea it was a redwood. And
Telepathically, they can send you information also.
well, yes. And there was a company that got the permission to cut down redwoods. I saw a post about it last week, and I was very upset with that. Because what would be the point of cutting down more redwoods? I don't understand.
Money. That's all. Money, it's mostly money. My feeling on that is money.
I think, well, since this is going out to the Hillary Clinton people, because they're going to find out about it, I am going to ask Hillary Clinton if she can look into it, if there's some way possible, if we could stop that, because our Earth needs as many trees as possible at the moment, especially good trees that are the lungs of the Earth, and that situation is just not necessary. We don't need to build anymore, especially with redwood trees.
I agree.
Point to it.
Yes.
Hello, I got one question before you leave, if that's cool.
Yes.
There's a dragon in my backyard in the form of a tree, and like a shape of a dragon, and I found his name is Tharth. I was just wondering if you had any more information of, like, is he one of my past lives, or a guide of mine, or a friend of mine, or, I mean, and his name's Tharth. He's a green dragon, I believe.
You say it's a, sorry, I didn't hear that. You said it's a green dragon or a tree? Sorry about that.
It's a tree, but it's in the shape of a dragon, and I had a sage tell me his name. His name's Tharth, but I mean, he might be in a higher density or whatnot. But if I look out my bathroom window, the tree that's to the right of the window, it branches out, and it looks just like a shape of a dragon. The head, the arms, the legs, and it's formed just like a dragon. It got my attention. I found his name was Tharth, and I just wondered if you had any information about that.
No, other than you can send energies to it or him. Let me see. You can actually channel the tree if you wish. I feel that would be beneficial. Other than that, I don't have any information on that. I am not gathering anything. I feel that you do have a connection with it, and you'd be able to figure that out on your own. because that's what I think is being secretive, because I'm not feeling anything there. That's it. This is a message to you. That's what I feel.
Okay, thank you much.
In connection with that, more and more people are starting to see trees in the shape of like faces, and like he said, his tree is a dragon. I went to a house and another one looks like an Indian head with like a face on it, and they're calling it the guardian of the place. Is there more to that?
Yes, it's giving you signals that they are more than just trees, that they are souls, just as you know, that they are living beings, and they have feelings also, and they are part of you, they are part of everybody, and it's sort of a signal. Some might get, obviously, they get a laugh out of it, but some might not get the message, such as they are us, or they are the same as you, however you want to say that. So it's just a sign, that's all. It's a flow gesture, that's all.
Very good.
Very beautiful, yes. That's so much good energy from Tree.
Yeah, that was very energetic today. It was like
Yes. I feel that energy also from that. That was very wonderful.
Yes. Is there anything more you could tell us about the redwoods? Just because it's on my mind.
Yes, they're very delicate. They're very emotional. I know this sounds silly, but their feelings do get hurt very easily.
Yes.
And they're not loved as much as they wish they were. I know that sounds...
Yeah.
I understand, yes, because we'll go back to, such as their Native Americans, they understand that. They talk to nature. And eventually your world will do that, all, your collective, however you want to call it. We'll eventually realize that little by little.
Yes. Is it because we've made most of the redwoods into like a national forest where basically you got to pay a ticket to go and hug them or something?
Yeah, they give off a lot of good energies. They give out... They can heighten your sense of being. They can actually make you feel like you're in fourth density if you're connected correctly. So yes, they can wait. I mean, that's how it works. If you're all waking up to nature, you can all your energies will just all go at once into fourth and fifth density. You understand that? So, and the elites know this, so they don't have a problem tearing them down and all that. They made that part of our culture to destroy trees instead of preserve them. So yes, they're feeling from them. They're not loved enough, and yeah, just as I said, they're very emotional, very loving.
Do fairies help the establishment with connection and stuff like that? Do fairies aid that process?
Yes.
Okay, because I too had a tree thing today, and I was talking to a fairy, and I asked for like just more connection, and that's what I guess she gave me. Like I felt like I saw a plant that was ripped up, and I like generally was sad that it was, and then I was like connected to a tree today, and it hurt my heart chakra. Like my heart chakra wasn't open as much, and it had a very powerful sense of energy, and it physically hurt me where I had to sever a connection, but I felt it was there.
Yes, I believe that tree was in slight pain. That's why.
Higher self of Hillary.
Yes.
Does Hillary believe in aliens and extraterrestrials, and/or does she have first-hand knowledge of interaction of them?
Yes, she cannot speak on any of it, but yes, she has. Yes, it's a closed book. Also, as for the Anunnaki, that's a part of herself that she doesn't really want to know. Let's put it that way.
Speaking of that, Do you have a message for her that might help wake her up?
Oh, yes. Be less greedy. That's not help to wake her up, though. I'm not sure if she can be waking up.
How about Men in Black? Are they connected to her, or have they contacted her somehow?
They watch her. They protect her.
Her.
Yes.
Oh, she doesn't need protection.
You'd be surprised.
Oh, God.
At times,
Wow.
depends on what's going on. There's much going on in your world.
See, Hillary doesn't need all to become president to have that power, because she already has the power enough to where there's intergalactic assassins trying to kill you, or maybe hurt you.
Yes.
So that's a pretty big title to have, Hillary, by the way.
That's true.
Congratulations.
Sorry to change the subject, but somebody asked, are there trees in the 6th density?
Yes, of course.
6th or 4th? I thought 4th.
Yes.
Are they in different densities?
Yeah, different densities, yes. No.
Where are the
Correct.
redwoods?
They change density, but they still exist in a different density form. Yes, their soul still exists. They transform, but their soul still exists.
So the oldest trees on this earth, like the redwoods, what density would they be in?
Right now, 3rd.
Third,
but they
okay.
could be in 4th also, but right now 3rd.
Oh, that reminds me of something. I have been seeing these trees, and I'm calling them fourth dimensional because their roots are growing from the top of the tree and going down instead, like they're transforming. They're transforming trees that have already been there. And the roots are coming from the top down into the earth instead of the other way around.
Yes.
So I call them fourth dimensional trees because I'm seeing them everywhere now.
Yes, some are, not all, but yes, some are transforming right now.
Mm-hmm. And are they literally, because I see some where they're outside of the bark of the trunk of the tree is actually shaking itself off, like there's a smooth underlayer that's being shown now, and the outside like bark area of the trunks are falling off. I'm seeing that more and more lately.
Yes, it's different causes. Yeah, some of that is actually fourth density sort of energies. It's causing that. Earth changes slightly.
Mm-hmm.
What about those trees in sacred places like Anchor? Like the roots are out and they're gushing out. What about India? They're Why are they coming out that way? Why are they in that shape? They don't look good, even though they're in a good environment. It's very spiritual areas. Why is it like that? We tap on Anchor.
I'm having trouble connecting right now. Channel is getting tired. I'm gonna have to.
Okay. No problem. No
Mm-hmm.
problem. Thank you very much. We'll appreciate
Yes.
your energy.
Thank you.
Much love. Namaste.
Much
Much
love.
love.
Much love. Thank you.
Much love.
Much love. And remember, truth will always win. And of course, within your government, truth is kind of a bad word. So anytime you're around these candidates, always bring truth to them, because sometimes they cannot win over that. They cannot lie their ways around it. So the more truthful you are to them, the more you see their true colors. So,
Hillary, set yourself free.
yes.
And Hillary, we do love you.
Yes,
Much love, Hillary.
Much love.
Thank you. Thank you.
All right. Cool.
Welcome back.
Welcome back, Ivan.
That was awesome.
That was
That
unbelievable.
was different.
Wow.
Yeah, I didn't. See, all I saw was energy. I didn't see a form or anything.
Wow.
Ah,
That's an oversoul.
Yeah, all I saw was energy. Just white light. So,
Wow.
Wow.
and just as, but that was more her than it was me. Or, yeah, I think it was her. Yeah. Yeah, I felt, yeah, she was rooted out like a tree, or rooted out to different souls.
Yeah. That's
Wow.
Just
wonderful.
as I came through. Yeah.
Wow. Because Noha asked the question, so she was rooting out all the souls, like she was looking at all the incarnations, something like
Mhm.
that. Wow.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
Well, yeah, I learned a lot there. Especially tree channeling. I learned about that.
Yeah. It's been a tree channeling day.
I connected on that. You just mentioned that, and that was definitely that was pretty wild. Yeah, it felt like, yeah, if we're connected, well, because if you have all these technology and all that, see, I mean, technology is good, but they put that in the way of us connecting to nature. You know that, but the more we connect to nature, the more faster we ascend. So
Yeah.
it's fascinating. Okay, I'm going to shut this down. Anybody would like to say a prayer?
Oh, okay.
Sure.
go ahead.
Thank you.
Let's see if I can connect to the trees. Because I spent their language today.
That would be great.
Go ahead.
Washoaya. Waisha. Tua. Yusho. Nayutuya. Yenyatua. Wainiyasha. Wayayakuwa. Wayayashaka. Namaste.
That was awesome.
Yeah, well,
Wow.
I felt great appreciation, and I felt like great, passion. It was very nice. Thank you.
yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thank you everybody for being here. Now we'll be here tomorrow night, 8 o'clock again, channeling who knows what. Let's go.
Beautiful. Looking forward to it.
Yeah,
Thanks a lot.
Good night to all.
Good night.
Night, night.
Stay blessed. Thank you so much, Arthur.
yes. Thank you for
That
being
was wonderful.